welcome back to MAPOP Sports. This is Grandy. This is first time here. Welcome everybody. Appreciate you guys checking out the channel, checking out this video. If you guys are returning, welcome back. I truly appreciate you guys coming back and just rechecking me out and just kind of following me on this journey. As I mentioned, if this is your first time here, this is just kind of a journey of me, you know, really jumping into the sports cards and selling it full time now. I've been a collector for many years, but just finally about a year ago, or coming up on a year, that I've been selling sports cards full time. And this channel is just me taking this journey and just kind of doing a bunch of little things here and there, and hopefully you guys can help me and also if I can help you guys out. So today is Q&A day. I didn't get a chance to do this last week. I was on vacation with my family on a spring break and didn't get a real chance to do a Q&A. And I usually do this once a week, guys, because I have people, whether you guys follow me on Instagram, don't forget to do that. Link's in the description. Or you guys message me, comment me here, or you just messaging me directly. It is what it is. So I'm trying to help you guys answer your guys' questions and also just kind of what my experience is. So most of these answers, so they're from what I experience or what I think. It could be right, could be wrong, but just to kind of give you guys a behind the scenes and just explaining what I've experienced. So start here. This has been a question I've been getting a lot of people lately. I think I kind of answered this in the previous video, but I'll probably retouch it and it's not a big deal. But people have been asking me, so how do I go about getting my lots? And then when in specific, my mid lots, mid slabs, prices, things like that are affordable. How do I go about doing that? So from my experience, how I do it, it might be different from other people. So how I actually do about getting my lots, my mid lots and everything is I have a network, guys. So create a network of sources. So I have maybe 10 to 15 gentlemen that I usually get my lots from or sports cards from. I have guys who have older vintage stuff, lots. I have another guy who does nothing but modern stuff because he does a lot of breaking. And I have a guy who does mid-tier. A lot of mid-tier, older, newer, just kind of a mixture of stuff. And what I normally do is on a weekly or bi-weekly, depending on the person, how often they collect or how often they get the lots, I check in with them just to kind of see what kind of lots they have. This is from networking, from whether it's at shows, Facebook Marketplace, or Facebook groups that, guys locally that I've met before. So I've dealt, business with them before, whether it's big, small, whatever the case may be. So it's guys that I've done business and met before. So that's the biggest thing, is that build that rapport, whether at the card shows, whether on Facebook Marketplace, doing small transactions, just getting to know them, following them. And I've actually never really bought anything on Instagram. So it's just, like I said, it's just mostly guys that I've met before and just kind of building that rapport with them. And then now I have literally 10 to 15 guys who I can source through on a weekly, on a monthly basis. So that's kind of how I go about getting my mid tiers, my slots, all those things, is by networking and just kind of talking to these guys and just building that rapport. And this is the thing, since I moved to Denver, Colorado, so I have guys in Iowa and also guys in Denver. So just kind of build that rapport wherever you move, wherever you go. Be sociable and just talk to these people, especially at card shows. So that's the biggest deal that I usually do. I'm getting my lots and everything. And then in regards to like the mid slabs and everything, a lot of my slabs I actually submit and grade myself. Guys who I purchase lots from, they may just throw in slabs inside their lots. So that's kind of how that works out. I do recommend, if you build this rapport with guys or even go to the card shows, there's tons of opportunities for you to get mid lots of slabs. Just work out a deal. I'm telling you guys, card shows is the best way to network, and then that's how I highly recommend that. And just be sociable and approachable is what I recommend. Another question was, am I ever going to do a vlog style videos? Am I going to do my daily life videos? Number one, guys, I don't have enough time for this stuff. I'm not going to lie. I literally record 10-15 minutes, edit 10-15 minutes, and I'm done. I really don't have that time. as I grind hard all day long, and then on top of that, I take care of my kids all day long. Do you really care to see that? Most people don't. My kid, my wife could care less about this shit. She doesn't want to be on camera. She hates this stuff. So to do I guess you can say a daily in my life, it's really boring. I literally list cards. I literally ship. I literally take care of my kids. Nobody really wants to see that stuff. I'll be honest, it's not as glamorous as people think. I edit all my own stuff. I don't have time to get the camera angles like those other guys. They have other people who video them, or they video themselves all day long. I don't care for that. Sorry, guys. So vlogging style stuff, I know people love that stuff. It's entertaining. Plenty of YouTubers you can follow and do that. Plenty of guys who vlog all day long. I just don't have the, like I say, capacity for that or the want to do that. Sorry, guys. PSA submission on a monthly basis. Do I have a quota number? And also they also ask which company to use and why. So let's start with this. Number one, do I have a quota? I try to submit to PSA, SGC on a weekly basis. Mostly it's been PSA though lately. SGC, I've come to, I've kind of slowed down my submissions to them, and I'll explain in a second here. But PSA, I've been submitting at least once a week of bulk, at least I would say 20 to 40 odd cards, my submissions on a weekly basis. I am trying to increase that, but the opportunities is kind of hard because you have to find the right raw cards that make sense, that's gonna make money. Number one. Number two, you're not always guaranteed get 9s or 10s, especially 10s. You can see my last video. If you guys go see my last video, I did a submission return. I kind of graded myself a B- to a B. Actually rewatching that shit, I should have gave myself more like of a C or C-. So it's one of those things where submission is very grading is very subjective, so you gotta be real peculiar and real specific what cards you sent to get graded. So that's why I'm at about 20, anywhere between 20 to 40 I sub a weekly basis. I'm hoping to increase that, but I gotta get the right raw cards, whether it's hot, like I said, the hot ticket items, new modern stuff. It's just finding the right cards to submit. So right now 20 to 40, hopefully they increase that, so I can increase my inventory. I'm trying to scale up. If you guys are wondering, geez, he's submitting anywhere between 80 to 100 cards a month to grade. I want to increase that, guys. I really do. I want to get my inventory up by the end of the year and by next year. And the only way to do that is by submitting more and more cards. But I got to get the right raw cards. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Hopefully I can increase that on a weekly basis. In regards to who I'm using, why I'm using PSA right now. I've always loved CSG and at least the consistency of their grades. However, I do not like the resale value or the value at the end. It just sucks. So I've kind of moved on from them. I still love SGC. Obviously, they've been bought out by PSA for specific cards, vintage, specific cards that look good in that black tuxedo. So it just depends. I really do. It's all about, especially if I PC certain cards, if that black on black looks nice, I'm gonna use SGC. It's just, and especially if it's a PC of mine or my daughter's. I usually PC my daughters with the SGC stuff. It's kind of nice, or old vintage stuff. They do really well in that black tuxedo. So that's kind of how I figure out who I'm going to use. And then on top of that, just depending on what cards. If I'm just going to get a card authenticated only, I'm not going to get a graded number or anything like that, I probably would just send it to SGC. They're faster, easier in that sense. Actually, I used to use SGC just because of pure speed. But now they're about the same. PSA, my last submission, the last couple times with PSA has been about a month, about a 4.5 to 5 week turnaround with them. And SGC has been about the same, about 5.5 weeks. They used to be faster. They used to literally be about a 1.5 to 2 weeks at most. But now since timing, it makes no difference now. I'm using PSA about 99% of the time now, currently, at least 90% of the time. Because if the speed's the same, Value, obviously, PSA, it just has a higher value, resale value. So that's kind of currently who I'm using. So hopefully that answers you guys' questions on that. USPS delays, has it affected business? I don't know, because you can't correlate that quite yet unless I took all the numbers out. USPS has had some major delays, I felt like, recently. And then on top of that, just kind of cars lost in mail. I mean, I get maybe one every, I want to say every 500, maybe one every 1,000 cards, it gets lost in the mail or it doesn't get delivered. So it's not a huge number, but it is a number, especially with the mass volume that I'm trying to get to. And I feel like it sucks because some of these, my customers who buy my cards from me are trying to collect these cards. They're not trying to scam me, especially because they're repeat buyers. So I have faith and trust in them that they're not trying to scam me saying, I didn't get my card even though they did. But I've seen it, and it sucks because I feel like they get it, even though it's not my fault, they get a bad taste in their mouth because, USPS may have lost the mail. And then the crazy thing is they may get it way, way later. It's just delays. I feel, like I just said, I don't know if it's correlating to loss of sales or not. I really would have to take a long look at that over the months and numbers-wise to see if it correlates or not. But I have seen a increase of USPS delays. They've just been kind of a little bit slower here and there. So I try to do the best I can. And the crazy thing is, or the good thing is, I live really near the hub here in Denver, Colorado, right near the main hub, the distribution center, which is great because then it kind of alleviates of transferring from a hub to a distribution center. So kind of alleviates that literally from my distribution center. It just sends it out all my cards. So yes and no, I don't know. It sucks. I just, like I said, it does leave a bad taste in the buyers or customers' mouths. So hopefully USPS increases and gets a little bit better on that. But like I said, I'd have to take a huge number on a monthly basis just to see if it correlates on lost sales or not on that. My hat. I think I had a MAPOP fishing hat. I had a local guy who actually custom made my hats for me in Iowa. Shout out to Boy Creative there. So he does my things over there. So I can put if you're interested on my hats, my custom hats on that, I can give you guys the links on that. But it was just a local guy. I support local, hence the name. If you guys are always wondering, MAPOP Sports. Where did I come from? How did I come up with that? I am a huge believer in supporting local businesses, local companies, whether it's custom-made shirts, custom-made hats, things like that. I always support local. LCS, I definitely, support local card shops. If you can do that, definitely do that. I'm always a big fan of that. So support local businesses. I believe in entrepreneurship and help supporting them. Another one is eBay. Okay, so it says CompC versus eBay. I've never really sold on CompC. Actually, I did. Never mind. I bought on CompC before. I take that back. I've worked on CompC a little bit. I may go back to that if I have a little bit more bandwidth and time. I am a one guy shop. One guy does everything, whether it's order, listing, shipping, sourcing, all that. I'm a one-man show. And in regards to using CompC, eBay, currently eBay still has more eyes, guys. The reason why I don't currently use CompC is because eBay gets more eyes, more revenue. The more eyes, that's who I'm going to use. CompC is one of those things where I may, on down the road, use them. It's a lot more liquid stuff there. You don't have to ship back and forth. So that's the biggest deal. You don't have to ship back and forth. It's kind of a vaulting system there at CompC. So you can get quicker sales, obviously. But I just feel like I prefer to see the cards in hand, ship things, physically. CompC, like I just said, maybe on down the road, if I have enough bandwidth, I'll use them. But currently, more eyes are on eBay. I'm going to use them. They're the biggest selling platform currently. And that's just me personally. Some people love CompC and swear by it. hey, more power, whatever works for you, whatever works for your situation. I say try both and see what works for your situation. If CompC works for you, use CompC. eBay works for you, use eBay. If other McCarty works for you, use that. If Whatnot works for you, I used to sell on Whatnot too. Use that. Whatever works for you and your situation, try all different avenues, and that's what I did. And eBay works for me currently. My situation in regards to time, commitment, it just works best for me currently. I do want to expand out if I get, like I said, a little bit more bandwidth. Once I get my eBay store really functioning up there high level in regards to listings and everything wise, I will definitely expand. Like I said, I may go back to Whatnot if I have a little bit more spare time. I'm gonna do more shows this year in person. So slowly but surely, like I said, use whatever works best for you. I had somebody also ask me about eBay listings, like how do I grow the amount I can list? This is the thing, don't worry about that too much. As you sell more, you list more, you'll get more spots to be able to list. eBay will be able to add more numbers to your listing spots and everything. They'll grow your listings ability. So they just want to make sure, the reason why eBay caps on a certain amount of listings you can do is because they want to make sure you can handle the amount of orders that you get, because they want to make sure their customer, whoever buyers, are happy that you don't shoot yourselves in the foot by taking a mass amount of orders and you can't even ship it out in time to them, all that stuff. So don't worry about those listing numbers. You can even ask them. You can eBay. I think you can email or call them if you want eBay. They may increase your listings, but over a month or 2 months or 3 months, whatever the case is, they see you, they expand you. Now I'm to the point where I can't even keep up with the amount they allow me to list. So you will get to that point. So don't worry about that. So just stay your course, ship on time, get that feedback up. That's the biggest thing, is getting your feedback up on your eBay store, and you'll see the increase of the ability to list on eBay. Oh, and another question somebody asked was my chrono plans. I think I currently have on, because I use chrono cards, Crozio. I mean, it's chrono cards. I don't use Card Dealer Pro. Other people do so, but somebody was just asking me what is my current plan. I have a lifetime membership with them. They did this lifetime membership thing, so I think I forgot how much I paid. I think it was like $600 or something like that. I forgot. So I'm a lifetime member with them. Obviously, I do have a monthly bill that I pay with Chrono Cards, because you have to pay for them to manage your eBay store and everything. So I think I want to say I have the 30,000. I don't know, it's like 30,000 cards or something like that. That may increase. We'll see how much I can list on a monthly basis. And like I just said, that's currently what I got. So it just depends on. I always slowly moved up, so I didn't buy like the biggest plan or anything. Whatever I knew I can, list on a daily basis, you just kind of figure that out, and you'll see what plan you're at. Same thing with your eBay. If you have an eBay store, if they have different plans, premium membership or just the basic things like that. So just start slow, start low, and then if you find out that shit, I need to increase. Simple as that. Then you increase to the next one. So just start off slow. Make sure it fits your budget, number one. Number two, slowly grow it up as, I guess you can say, as you grow up, as your business or your store grows. And that's how I've been doing it, slowly moving on up. I think eBay, I don't know. I think I have the current, I don't even remember it, but I think I have the premium store. I haven't gotten to the enterprise yet. I think that's insane. How much you have to have listing on that. But like I said, just slowly kind of grow that up, and then just see where you're at. And there you guys go. Last but not least, Caitlin Clark. Go Hawks, baby. Caitlin Clark, should she take the $5 million with the big three? In my eyes, if I was, in her shoes, I'd be like, hell yeah, $5 million is $5 million. Because currently, I believe the WNBA, the biggest contract she can make in the first year, I think it's like $76K. I already did the math. So $76,000 a year she can currently make if she gets drafted number one. It would take her 65 years to make $5 million. So yes, I would say take the $5 million. That's a lot of money, guys. It's life-changing money for her and her family. I would be like, hell yeah, take the $5 million. But in reality, will it happen? No. You have to understand. So Caitlin Clark, I don't know her personally, but her dream since she was a child is to be in the WNBA. Okay, so that was always been her dream. That's always been her goal. It has nothing to do with money at that point. She makes enough money. I think on her, just her sponsorships and everything, she probably makes $3 million. I think they say 3.1 or whatever the case may be, which is going to increase obviously in the next year or 2 years. For her just to do a money grab, I can't see her doing it. I feel like her personality, and I think she has enough of backing behind her that she's not just going to take a money grab. And number one, I hate to say it, $5 million is not even enough. If they would have offered 10 to 20 million, then she'd really have to consider and think about that, because you have that, you know, she's generational talent. Her dream is to be the WNBA. I don't think she's just going to throw away her dream just for $5 million, especially if she's making 3 to 4 off of just sponsorship, which is going to increase. If they offered her like 20 million or 25 million, you'd have to consider that then for sure. But like I just said, I don't see her taking it. I think it's a 0% chance. Her dreams have been to the WNBA. I see her doing that, going to the WNBA, and I see her going to be making tons and tons of money, whether it's sponsorships. She's going to bring eyes. She's completely marketable. She's going to, I don't care whether you agree that she's the greatest player ever or not. She's marketable, very marketable, and I think she's going to be bringing a bunch of eyes to the WNBA, and I think she's just going to make a lot of money in that sense, and I think she'll be just fine. You know, it'd be interesting to ever see her play in the Big Three. No, I wouldn't want to see it, and the reason being is I don't think it'll affect her legacy, but the thing is, men or women are just different. She's going to be playing against men who are NBA players. It wouldn't make sense. It's like apples and oranges. I think her game translates into the women's game. It is what it is, man. I mean, I'm not hating on it. It's just for her to, you know, go against guys who are 6'9", 6'10", probably like 290 pounds. Yes, they're no longer in the NBA, but they're still professional play. You know, they used to be in the NBA. Some play overseas in the, you know, in the pro leagues. These guys are just way bigger. They're just massive. Muscle difference, huge difference. It just wouldn't work right. That's just me personally. That's just my thoughts on that. I do think that I think she's going to do I think her game will translate well into WNBA. I think that's where she's going to go. And best of luck to her. And best of luck to her tonight, man. Go Hawks. Hopefully they can take on UConn and take them down. I know Becker's one of the best female basketball players. Is going to be an amazing game. So if you guys don't see that tonight, this video will come out before the game tonight, obviously. So hopefully, like I said, they pull through and we can see the Hawkeyes in the championship game this weekend. So I'm going to be rooting for her. I'm going to be rooting for my Hawkeyes on that. So like I said, don't see her jumping into the Big Three. I'm excited to see what she's going to do in the future for sure. And then her cards are crazy expensive right now, man, guys. If you guys have not bought, go buy those Bowman Chromes. They're still available. Those Bowman Chrome University from 2022, 2023. I'm gonna put it out there, man. They're still available and they're reasonably priced. You guys want to get some Caitlin Clark cards? I highly recommend that. I know next year, obviously with the WNBA, she's going to be having her true rookie cards coming out. But I would go get those Bowman U if I was you guys. Me and my daughter have, but there you guys go, man. Other than that, man, hopefully you guys enjoy that. That's the question I have. Sorry, this video is a quite long one, but it is. I didn't get a chance to do it last week, so hopefully this answers some of you guys' questions. So if you guys like this stuff, feel free to subscribe. If you guys have more questions, DM me, comment on any of the videos, or follow me on Instagram. Feel free to message me. That's what a lot of people have been doing. Feel free to subscribe. Appreciate you guys. If you have not subscribed, all good. I appreciate you guys watching this long-ass video this long. So I do appreciate you guys. Don't forget, help support me. Check out the eBay store. I put the link in the description down below. Check it out. Make an offer on any cards, guys. Any cards at all. I'm trying to list hundreds and hundreds of cards daily. And then on top of that, I got these new MAPOP stickers right here. MAPOP stickers, guys. Cop yourself up one. Get yourself one. All you need to do is spend $25 on my eBay store, and I'll put it in the shipment, guys. So other than that, man, I appreciate you guys. Till next time.